In this video, we will look at how to search for career information in PACE Libraries databases. We don't have a specific database at PACE that focuses on career information, but there are certain ones that will include relevant information. We're going to look at QuickSearch, eBook Central, and some subject-specific databases. QuickSearch is our first tab on our homepage, and it's really like Googling the library. You will find a little bit of everything, like books, videos, journal and magazine articles, and some encyclopedia entries. You can also use filters to narrow down results. Let's do a search for graphic designer. This might be a field that you're interested in. In the new window that pops up, you will see all the different types of search results. We can see the first one is probably relevant. It's an ebook called Becoming a Graphic and Digital Designer, and it is from 2015. That is the first thing that you should do once you get a set of results, especially on QuickSearch, is to identify what type of source you're looking for and how old it is, as well as at the same time determining if it's relevant to what you're looking for. If we look at the next source, it's a print book from 1988, and it's The Art of Graphic Design. This one is a little more vague and less about what it's like to actually be a graphic artist. To access this particular ebook, we can click View eBook, and it takes us into the ProQuest eBook Central database. And I have a few options. I can read through the table of contents to see if there are specific subsections that I'd like to read, depending on what questions I'm answering. Or I can go directly to Read Online. This will open the book in my browser. I can scroll down page by page, or I can search within the book, or again, look through the individual chapters and subsections. In the search box, I can type something like experience to see what it's actually like to be a graphic designer. And I can check each section to see what page that word appears on. On page 15, it talks about the following interviews providing insight into the overall graphic design experience, how people become designers and how their careers evolved. So I know this next section is going to be relevant to my needs. Heading back to QuickSearch, I can also change my results a little bit. I can add the word career. And I can once again look through my results to see if there are any new sources. This first one could potentially be a good option. I can click on the link to open and look at the table of contents to see if it's relevant to what I need. If I am interested in looking into anti-racism in the graphic design field, and if that's important to me, this book might actually be relevant. Other things I can do to make my results more relevant is to click publication year. Perhaps I just want to look at the last 10 years because I want up-to-date information on this career. That narrowed my results down from 240 to 96, and I can scroll through and see if it made anything more relevant. Another thing I could do is limit by source type. Let's say I've looked through all these books and I know that I've picked the ones that are most relevant. I can also look at articles. By checking that box, I've limited down my results to only articles and removed all of the books. So this is a report from 2015 about career outlooks for graphic designers, and I can access it by clicking the button right here. And then I can continue through and look again at the type of source I'm looking at. This is in Design Issues magazine, and it was published last year, and the summary can give me information on whether or not it's relevant. This article employs Walter Ballmer's experience as a Swiss graphic designer working in Milan. So it's one specific person's case study and experience, but it may provide some information that you can use. And let's try to change my search one more time. I can add work environment to my search. And I am adding quotation marks around phrases like graphic designer and work environment to make sure that I always get the two words next to each other in my search results. So let's do this search, and I have 0 results. So If there's no good results, you can change to a new database because not every career or profession is going to have good results in every database. So plan to try a few databases in your search process. We can head back to the library homepage. And while we started in QuickSearch and there were many books there, you can also go directly to our databases tab and go to E for eBook Central. And we're going to look for some electronic books. So it is the first one on the list. eBook Central is right here. If I click that link, it opens a new database. And I can search for librarian. I see that there are 26,000 books that include librarian either in the title or somewhere in the table of contents. So I'm definitely going to want to narrow things down somehow. One thing that I can do on the left side is under the subjects. I can click Show More to open up all of the subjects. So I can click Control F on my keyboard, type in the word career, and it's going to show me the different subjects that relate to careers in librarianship. So this is business and economics. I can keep scrolling. I see education, counseling, and career development. That one might be good. I can check that box and it will limit me to those options. Now I can look through some of these and see that there are some good ones here. What's the alternative? Career options for librarians and info professionals. Career management for librarians. A school librarian's guide to success. So some of these will provide me with information on what it's like to be a librarian. And to access the books, I can click on the title, and this looks really similar to the book before. I can look at the table of contents or just click Read Online and go directly into each chapter, or again, search within the book. You may also want to try to search in a database that is targeted to your career area. For example, if you're interested in becoming a registered nurse, you can go to the subject dropdown and go to the nursing and medicine databases and look for something like the nursing and allied health database. This is good for nursing information, and you can do a search for nursing, but you probably want to be a little more specific. So we can try nursing and work balance and click search. We can see that there's 12 magazine results, and we can scan some of these. Students and work-life balance. Is it possible to have work-life balance? You can also check the academic journals tab for different results that are going to be more academic language and statistics, so they're going to more deep dive into the topic. If we want to check out one of the magazine articles, we can click on the title and scroll through. In all the databases, you also have a set of tools. They may be in a different spot, whether it's on the top or the left side or the right side. You have a citation option. You can copy and paste this. You have a link which will take you directly back to this article so you don't have to search. And you also have options to print, download, or email it to yourself. And these are all great tools to use to stay organized. So to review, you can start at the library's homepage at Library.Pace.edu. We recommend QuickSearch, eBook Central, our popular magazines database, and also looking at specific databases for your career area. You can always use the chat at the bottom of the page to connect with a librarian when we're live and online, or submit a question if we are off. We're always here to help.